guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we will be setting up the final week of September, the 21st through the 27th. So if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm showing you this page. I did already talk about this in last week's After the Pen, but this was supposed to be the page for the week of the 21st through the 27th. This was actually supposed to finish out the month on these pages, and I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I do know what I was thinking, sort of. I had some thoughts of what didn't work, and I wanted to put it down and just sort of keep a list. And I turned the page. I didn't look at the Post-it note. I didn't. And so, as I mentioned in the last video, I really considered just gluing the pages together and just finishing out the end of September. But I'm all about just living with the mistakes. And I actually really highlighted it down here because I wanted, when I go back and I do a flip through of this, you know, after 6 months at the end of the year, whatever I decide to do, I want to remember why it's out of order like this. But I had to point that out to you guys again because it's hilarious. And I don't get really bummed out by mistakes. In fact, my default generally is to highlight it in a way that just makes me laugh. Not so much at myself. I mean, we all make mistakes. More just, oh, you had it written down. You mean it literally was right there. Whatever, we're going to go on. Now, I think we're going to try something different. Why not? Now, this is the stencil that I picked up from ChristyMarieDesigns.com. I will link her website below. And this is made for bullet journals, but we're going to use this in a slightly different way. So we're going to put this right in the middle of the page here. The color for the month is this, so we're going to use this. And I'm tempted to use this side, but I don't know if that'll actually turn out. No, we'll just use the other side. And we'll get the thickness of line that we'll get. And we're going to kind of center it. You know me, I don't really do measuring. And we're going to go around. And I will definitely need to clean my stencil. Someone please remind me to clean my stencil. But we're going to go around like this, and so that we kind of get the same thickness. Just going to turn the page, and then the final one. All right, before I forget, I'm going to clean my stencil. I've got these things here. And I use these to clean my phone and my iPad and my computer screen, and they're just off to the side of me. So I'm just gonna go around that. Because my fear is it won't dry, it'll just sit there, and then the next time I use this, I will have a bunch of ink on my hands. All right, so that's clean. And while we have this like this, because the black pen that I'm using is not waterproof, I wanted to use the color first, because if I had done the lines, the outline in this, and then that tannish color, it would have smeared. And so we're just gonna go around like this. If you are new here and you've come from other bullet journal videos, I don't do anything beforehand. I have an idea, but I don't do anything in pencil because I don't want to do this twice. And so I sort of freehand things, usually because it's the quickest for me. And I kind of like that look. Although in the last video that I just filmed before this video, there was something very neat about using the stencil last week in the more conventional way. I don't know that when Christy designed this, she thought it would be a full box template like that. Oh, I want to make sure we're writing our days, yes, in the right way. And so we've got that there. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with that middle section. I wanted to do it. So let's just divide this up. And so we'll do Monday. I don't think I have one that was set up columns like this. Oh, we're just going to eyeball it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I guess we can do down here. And yeah, it's always like this. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and some notes. All right, and we're using our Sarasa pens just to give some outline. And I think I also wrote with the Sarasa, so I'll write that in as well. Don't want to lose the dates. And what I use this section for is I like to do a little bit of journaling throughout the day. And then I also write down what I've eaten for the day. And the filming that I do of the meals really is just an homage to all of the Korean vloggers that I watch. I'm not doing it for any other reason besides that. So the 24th, and then Friday the 25th, Saturday the 26th, and Sunday the 27th, and then this actually will be for this week. And I just sum up how the week went for me. Okay. Just going to add some arrows. It's just a decorative element that I did in some of the other pages, but I haven't actually carried through the weeks. Now, the question is, what am I going to do there? Well, when in doubt, just put stuff on the page. All right, so we're going to do a little squiggly like that. And then we're going to take our green pen because we do need to bring some of the rosemary element into this. And so we'll do, see, I regret that. I absolutely regret that. I think we can do a thing. All right, so we're gonna put a rosemary there and a rosemary there. Again, if you want to see how this can look really cute, then you can check out the video by Shada Campbell. I believe I've got it linked down in the description box below. She does hers way, way better. She also takes a lot more time. But this is how I like to do it. Just do a line and then some thin ovals until I get to there, and then we're done. And we'll do the same on this side. make this one a little longer. And then I'm actually tempted to introduce another brush pen. No, we're just going to use the pens that we have. I think we'll just use the Muji. And we're going to do a thing. All right, guys, so what I've done is, all right, this is going to be a totally random squirrel moment, but I have to say it. That kind of looks like a Pop-Tart to me. All right, so what I've done is I made a mistake by not really having a plan and just going for it. Then I continued to go for it and didn't like how that turned out. Whew. So I decided to journal about that process here in the area I didn't like, because why not? And it doesn't look bad. So yeah. And that's what we're doing. We're not going to do anything else. In here I will journal through the day, and I don't know if I'll put a little highlight here. Oh, might as well. Otherwise I'll forget. We'll just put like that and like that. And that's going to be breakfast and lunch. Okay, and then the rest of this, it's going to stay as is. I do like doing simple spreads. I like that on a Sunday evening, even though I had wanted to get this done earlier in the week so I wouldn't have to wait until a Sunday evening. I can still throw something together, even if I hated that, even if I ended up doing something else with that and I didn't like it, I'd still use it, because I know that there are some who, because they are perfectionists, they have to cover it up or they have to glue it together because they can't see it. It just drives them insane. For me, I kind of like looking back at these things, and during the week it will make me smile, because now all I see is a Pop-Tart, and I don't think we have Pop-Tarts in the house. So that might need to be a thing this week. I'll actually be working on campus on Thursday, so if I need to do a quick pit stop before or after work, Pop-Tarts might be on the agenda. But I'd love to know what you guys think of this spread. It's a little haphazard, especially considering how clean this one looked. I liked actually using the stencil in the middle. I think this could have looked a lot better had I had an idea, because I thought what I was going to do is put the rosemary in here and a quote, but then I didn't look up a quote beforehand and I didn't want to look on camera, and so that's what we ended up with. I do like that this looks like a banner. And it wasn't intended to be that way. I was actually going to draw over it, but I didn't know how the rosemary was going to look on top of that. And so we just turned into a Pop-Tart spread. Yeah. And if you're craving Pop-Tarts too now, sorry. All right, guys, I'd love to know your comments below. And as always, aloha.